Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Welcome to Music Business Daily, where we bring you the hottest music headlines.
Today on the Daily, Lil Wayne is in intensive care, Tone Loc collapses on stage, and Miranda Lambert meets Honey Boo Boo. Stay tuned.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.
Welcome back to the Daily. I'm JC, and guest hosting is my sister,
Bryn.
We're excited. Let's start right off. Lil Wayne remains in intensive care and is slowly recovering from seizures. Initial reports were that the rapper had been basically near death, but they've been retracted, and as of Saturday afternoon, he's been stabilized, but he remains in intensive care at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. And basically, Friday night, Lil Wayne tweeted, "I'm good, everybody, thanks to the prayers and love." But, I mean, the background is that...
It sounds like he's not as bad as everybody thought he was initially.
Right. But, I mean, basically, it's seizures on a flight in October, and he was taken to hospital, released quickly. And Tuesday, following a video shoot, he experienced a similar episode, and he was taken to the hospital and released pretty quickly. But then, once he was discharged, one of his bodyguards discovered him in his room on the floor, unconscious, took him back in. Turns out he was still seizuring pretty bad. They couldn't get him to stabilize, so he was in the ICU. And sadly, the gossip is that drugs could have been the culprit.
They're saying that he had an overdose of codeine, but his friends are completely saying that's untrue. They're firing back on Twitter, and they're saying that it was a condition that he had. Obviously, things happened in October, and it's just something that's maybe escalated a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't. It's not unheard of that maybe Lil Wayne does a little bit of drugs, and that can cause seizures.
Right.
But he's having a lot of people visit him during this time, like A-listers Drake and Nicki Minaj and NBA star Chris Paul. And even T.I. and Snoop Dogg also tweeted supportive sentiments. So it's kind of, I mean...
There's a lot of support out there for him.
Who visits you in the hospital when you have seizures? I think my sister had a seizure before.
I know the situation, and I did not have T.I. visit me. So
no, Nicki Minaj, nobody. But, I mean, nobody even tweeted me. Anyway, moving on. Artist Tone Loc collapsed on stage in Iowa. What is he famous for, Ren?
You know, he's been in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Heat, but he's also pretty famous for Funky Cold Medina and Wild Thing.
So we all love those songs. We love to do the Wild Thing. But he collapsed on stage. So basically, he's in Iowa. They're having this big concert, the Bridge Bash for St. Patrick's Day. And all of a sudden, he collapses. Emergency personnel are kneeling over him. People are escorted out of the arena.
Sounds like they cleared the whole place out.
And as of yesterday, his current condition still hasn't been released. So we'll keep you posted on that, but we hope he is okay. But the health problems continue as Morrissey canceled the rest of his U.S. tour, and he has suffered basically a plethora of ailments in the last while.
Right.
He's had a bleeding ulcer, double pneumonia. And this guy really, I have to give him credit, because he really kept plugging away. This guy is the guy who, during double pneumonia, he was like, no, let's keep going. And I think there comes a point when singing full concerts with double pneumonia becomes pretty taxing.
You know,
and wears on you.
I consider that, yes, taxing.
I remember in choir, like, you have so much breath support. I mean, everybody, I think, in probably Nashville knows about, like, singing, the basics of singing, and the breath support that you need when you have double pneumonia, that's not going to work out. So it's unfortunate, but the good news is that ticket holders are going to be refunded, and I don't know, they're going to miss the concert, but they're not losing any money over it.
Right.
Exciting news about Miranda Lambert.
She met Honey Boo Boo.
Which is exciting, because I know that she's a fan. She dressed up as Honey Boo Boo for Halloween this year, but she captured a photo on Twitter, and she said, with a quote, "You better redneckinize," which is the Honey Boo Boo catchphrase. And she got to meet the whole family, so Sugar Bear and June and Shannon and the whole bunch. The
whole gang.
I mean, I think Miranda Lambert's way prettier personally, but I think they could be like family. They look like they could be related, kind of.
They do, kind of.
Especially when Alana gets all dressed up in her pageant stuff. I could see it. But anyway, moving on. There's going to be a musical next year, or this coming year, about the legendary life of singer-songwriter Carole King. It'll open on Broadway. And it's going to be called Beautiful, the Carole King musical, which is exciting.
It's very exciting.
I know that our dad will be really excited about that. And they'll be using many of the songs written by King and her first husband collaborator Jerry Goffin. And she said musicals had a huge influence on her. And she said that she promised her first husband that if she helped him write a Broadway musical he wanted to write, then he would help her write the lyrics for her rock and roll songs, which she obviously did really well with. So no casting decisions have been made yet. I'll probably send in my audition tape soon.
I hope you're in it, because Dad would love that.
Yep, and I'm going to star as Carole King. And I hope they fit in I Feel the Earth Move in Natural Woman, because I think I'd be a star at singing Natural Woman. And I have a lot of ideas for what I could wear. But until they get back to me, I guess, we'll see if anybody else auditions for the part. I'm sure I'm the only one. But I guess until then, we'll be here tomorrow. If you are looking to find us, other than that, we are on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Talkapolis or at Talkapolis on Twitter. And we even have a free phone app. What's free nowadays, Bren?
Nothing except for this phone app.
This is the only free thing that you will find today, is this free phone app to follow us. And we will be back tomorrow. So have a wonderful rest of your Monday.